Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gaurav Gupta, and I welcome once again all of you on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Now, friends, in today's session, we are going to look at basically how to tackle quant section specifically in CMAT examination. So yes, CMAT examination, the dates will be about to be decided. Yes. So basically, we should understand how to handle QA section, QA plus DI section in CMAT examination, so that we can maximize our score because this section is actually very scoring. So we must target at least 22 to 23 questions in this section. Okay, so in the first few minutes before I'll start, so first of all, just quickly tell me if I am audible and visible to all of you. Just quickly, let's go for a tech check. So please tell me if I'm audible and visible to all of you properly. Okay, yes. So I have a confirmation from the team. Yes, I'm audible and visible. Okay, so let's continue and let's start with this session. So I'll start by basically uh, like telling you the agenda of this entire session. Okay, so initially in the first few minutes, I'll be discussing about the pattern of CMAT. Then we'll be looking at the entire strategy to attempt this paper. So not only quant section but the entire paper. So we'll need to understand basically how much time we need to spend on every section, and should we come back to any session if in case we have like 10 or 15 minutes towards the end. So what should be a proper strategy which like using which we can maximize our score? We are going to discuss this particular thing as well. Okay, so Tony, Jagdish, thank you very much, thank you for confirming. Okay, now next thing will be we'll be doing the topic wise as well as level of difficulty analysis of CMAT 2021. Okay, so basically I want to give you a sense of understanding as to how many questions we should be targeting in this QA section. Okay, so that we should aim properly in CMAT 2022. So we'll be spending 5 to 6 minutes on these 3 pointers, and then the main agenda of this session, just to impart some knowledge to all of you, we'll be discussing all the questions of QA section that came in CMAT 2021. All right, so this will be the entire agenda. So on the first 3 pointers, we'll be spending 5 to 6 minutes, not more than that. And then we'll straight away come to the question wise, like I'll be discussing each and every question that appeared in CMAT 2021. All right, so let's start first of all with the pattern, exam pattern of CMAT examination. So as we all know, there are a total of 100 questions divided among 4 sections, and the total time allocated is 180 minutes, and there is no sectional time limit, so you can move from one section to another section as per your choice. Okay, VGR is asking, sir, what is the best entrance examination in India? So MBA entrance examination. So VGR, what I'll say is CAT is the most important examination for MBA entrance in India because it covers a good number of colleges as well as the best colleges among the country. Okay, now moving further, so number of questions is 100, time allocated is 180 minutes, and there is no sectional time limit. And we have a marking scheme of +4 and -1. So if I look at the average time that we get on every question, so it will be somewhere around 1.8 minutes. But this is not true. We actually get more than 1.8 minutes per question because there are 25 questions of general awareness in which you will not take more than 10 minutes to finish this session. Okay, so let's look at what should be the strategy that you all should be using while basically practicing for CMAT examination. And obviously the strategy that you will build can be replicated in the actual CMAT examination. All right, so most important thing is whatever strategy you are going to build, whatever strategy you are going to decide, you must practice for that strategy in the mock papers before CMAT, and then only you'll be able to implement whatever you have decided, whatever you have fixed as a point of strategy in the actual examination. Okay, so let's look at how to basically attempt this paper. Now we have these 4 sections: general awareness, 25 questions; logical reasoning, 25; language comprehension, 25; and quant techniques and data interpretation, again 25 questions. Now the total time we have is 180 minutes, Okay, so if I'm at your place, what I'll do is I'll start with the GK section, General Awareness section. So now there are 25 questions in this section. Okay, I target. So if I'll talk about the target score, so for this section, I'll be targeting at least 15 questions to be correct. Now make a point in your mind that there is a negative marking as well, +4 for a correct and -1 for a wrong answer. So it's not suggested to over attempt this session. So if you're sure about any answer, then only mark that answer. Otherwise, please leave that question blank. Okay, so now spending 10 to 12 minutes in this section, and obviously never come back in this section, because in case you know any answer, you will mark it. You don't know, you will not mark it. There is nothing to solve in this section. All right, so giving 10 to 12 minutes for these 25 questions, I feel that is enough. Maximum time that you can give to this section will be 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, you'll have to come out of this section. Yes, Jagdish, so you are asking innovation and entrepreneurship section, should we select this one? So friends, as you all know, there is an optional section, that is innovation and entrepreneurship, whose marks are not counted while calculating the final percentile. So it's totally your wish, but I'll suggest that in case like they have made this section, so it's always advisable to attempt this section as well. But your performance in this section will not harm or will not benefit the overall score of CMAT. All right, so only these four sections, only these 100 questions are like will be used to decide to calculate your score as well as percentile in CMAT examination. Okay, now, so I'll start with general awareness section and we'll spend 15 minutes on this. Okay. Now I'm left with 165 minutes, and I will not divide these 165 minutes equally among these sections. So what strategy I've always advised to my students is, like, whatever sequence you want to attempt these remaining sections, it's totally up to you. I'll go next to logical reasoning, then language comprehension, and then quant and DI. So this is the sequence that I use, but you can shuffle among these three sections. Now important is the time that you should allocate to these three sections. So after spending 15 minutes maximum on general awareness, I'll be giving 40, 40, 40 minutes to each of these sections. Now must understand that the level of difficulty of CMAT examination is comparatively lower as compared to like the other examination that you would have seen. Okay. Yes, VGR. So wait, I'll take a few questions quickly before I'll continue with this. Okay. So IIT Madras, yes, it's a good option for MBA. It depends on from with which college you are comparing IIT Madras. Uh, MHCET dates are out, not yet. Will be out soon, yes. Should we select innovation? So I have answered this one so that we can get more time. Yes, Jagdish. So Jagdish, but for innovation and entrepreneurship section, that time will not be given in these four sections. So for these four sections, you have separate 180 minutes. Okay. Now let's continue with this in a non-stop manner. And like basically what should be our strategy? How should we divide the time in these sections? So 15 minutes in first section, general awareness. Second, third, and fourth section, it's totally up to you in whatever sequence you want to attempt. I will give 40, 40, 40 minutes to each of these sections. Now, it is not hard and fast rule that you'll have to come out of these sections exactly after 40 minutes. So it can be plus minus 2 or 3 minutes. So if you are already in a question, then obviously finish that question and then come out of the section after probably 40 or 41 minutes. Okay, so 40, 40, 40 minutes to each of these sections. And in these 40 minutes, target at least 18 to 20 questions. All right, so this should be your target in each of these sections, 18 to 20 questions. Now, in case you are strong in any of the sections, you can attempt more number of questions in that section also. Okay, fine. Now, after these 120 minutes and 15 minutes, I'm already done with 135 minutes. and we are left with 45 minutes. Now, friends, these 45 minutes is the buffer time, and that can be used basically to maximize your score. Now, after spending 40 minutes on each of these sections, you have an idea about the level of difficulty of each of these sections, as well as the number of questions that you have left to be attempted in these 45 minutes, right? So now, according to your understanding, according to your area of strength, you can divide these 45 minutes in these three sections. So it may happen that you will divide 45 minutes equally among these three sections. Okay, it may be possible. Otherwise, let's say you are strong in quant and you are left with the 6 7 questions in quant, and you want to finish all these questions. So yes, you can spend 20 minutes in quant. Okay, and then remaining 25 minutes can be spent in logical reasoning and language comprehension. Okay, but the main important point that I'm focusing is, do leave some buffer time at the end of the examination, because this time can be used to basically maximize your score. Also, one very important thing, I'm always in a favor of attempting a particular section in at least 2 rounds. Okay, so what I'll be doing in round one. So in round one, let's say I have entered quant section. I have decided to give 40 minutes in this section for these 25 questions. So in this round one, what I'll do is, uh, I'll be selecting only easy questions. Okay, I'll be selecting the questions which are less lengthy, one-liner questions, or the questions which are from my area of strength. So I'll be just focusing on these questions and finish these questions first. Okay, so you can also break these 40 minutes in two parts. Let's say 25 or 15 or 30 minutes plus 10 minutes. Okay, so in the first 30 minutes, I'll be looking at all the easy questions which are less lengthy, area of strength. Okay, and we'll finish them as soon as possible. Then in another round, round two, I'll be giving next 10 minutes. Okay, and we'll look at those questions which are basically two liners or a little lengthy, but again which are from my area of comfort. All right, then I'll be leaving, basically I've filtered all questions which are doable, and I have left all the questions which are either lengthy, very lengthy, or which are not from my area of interest, my area of strength. All right. Now, these leftover questions can be attempted in the last 40 45 minutes that you have left for yourself for buffer time. Okay. Am I clear? So, this is one strategy that you can use, and this strategy has always worked for every student. Okay. So do practice this strategy in the mock papers before CMAT examination, so that you'll be able to understand, implement this strategy properly in your examination. Now let's move ahead and look at the CMAT 2021 QA section analysis. Now I have divided the questions based on the different chapters, different topics, as well as their level of difficulty. So this is basically the analysis, the complete analysis of slot 1 of CMAT 2021 QA section. Okay. Now if you look at the weightage of arithmetic, so 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3. So there are a total of 11 questions from arithmetic which came in CMAT 2021 first slot of QA section. So I can say that yes, arithmetic as always has been the most important area. And you will not see even a single question which is from medium or high level of difficulty. So all these 11 questions were from easy level of difficulty. So these questions can be attempted. These questions were straightforward, short, or based on very basic concepts from arithmetic. All right. Now moving on, if I look at algebra, so there were a total of 4 questions, out of which 3 were very easy. Okay, and one I have categorized as a medium level of difficulty. Okay, so the next highest weightage was given to the entire algebra after arithmetic, right? Now, number system, there were three questions. So two questions were very easy and one question was very high level of difficulty. And this is the type of question which you can leave in the examination. Okay. Now, then modern mathematics, there were two questions, one easy and one medium. So if you have even prepared for quantitative aptitude for 3 or 4 months, you will be able to attempt these medium level of difficulty questions as well. There were two easy questions of data interpretation. There were two independent questions of data interpretation, but both of them were very, very easy just based on the application of percentages. One question of set theory, you can also decide to leave that question in the examination. थोड़ा सा lengthy question था. One miscellaneous question, very easy, and only one question on geometry. Now, one question on geometry, that doesn't mean that geometry is not an important topic. So this year they may increase the weightage of geometry, but the general trend for CMAT is like the number of questions from geometry are on a lower side only. Okay, so barring this question that is from number system, wait. So barring this question and let's say this question on set theory, I can say that you can target 22 to 23 questions in this section of QA. All right. Obviously, you all must be targeting the best B schools through this examination. Okay. And most of you would also know the cutoffs of JBIMS. They are definitely more than 300 marks. Okay, so in order to basically get a call from top B schools which are taking admissions through CMAT, so you must target minimum 20 questions in QA section. It will be wonderful if you can take the number of corrects to either 22 or 23 marks. All right, okay. So friends, this is all about the analysis. Now let's move on to the actual part of this session all of you must be waiting for. So let's start and solve all the questions which were there in the QA section of CMAT 2021. All right. Now, when I'm solving these questions, I'll also be telling you whether you should be taking this question in round one or maybe round two, or you should leave this question completely. All right. So I'll be acting like a student only. Fine. So all of you can be with me when I'm reading this question. You all can suggest me whether we should be picking this question or not. And after you look at this question, you can also solve it live in front of me and then post your answer in the chat box. So please be active during this session. All right. So question number one, a very, very easy question, very small question on time and work. Okay. So you should not be taking more than 30 seconds to finish this question. So question is saying that two pipes A and B can fill a tank in 5 hours and 20 hours respectively. Both pipes together can fill the same tank in how many hours? All right. Now, the best way of doing this question is you can assume the total work. So I'll be writing the appropriate amount of rough work only. I'll be doing the appropriate amount of rough work only. Okay. I'll not be giving you the detailed solution. So this is how you should be treating your rough sheets in the examinations, right? Now I'll start by assuming the total work. So total work is 20 units. Now I'll write 1 hour work of each of these pipes. So A's 1 hour work will be 20 upon 5, that is 4. And B's 1 hour work will be 20 upon 20, that is 1. So net 1 hour work will be 5 units. All right. So in order to finish or in order to fill this tank completely, both of them will take 20 upon 5, that is 4 hours. So your answer should be 4 hours. All right. Now, when I'm doing this question in the real time environment, I'll not be writing a few things like 20 upon 5, I'll not write. So 20 upon 5, I can see that the answer is 4. So I'll straight away mark 4 as the answer. So Priya, Anirvan and Akriti, wonderful. Your answers are absolutely correct. Now, I want each and every one of you to respond. So, friends, take this session as a practice session, okay? And we are solving these questions live. And please don't hesitate even if you are not getting the answer or you are getting a wrong answer. So, please don't get demotivated. We are here for the learning, all right? So, please solve it, and whatever answer you get, without any hesitation, post it, Okay, in case your answer is wrong, you can delete that comment later on. Okay, nobody is going to check your comments. Fine, so buck up and please respond to each and every question that we are doing here. Take it as a practice session. Question number 2. Now this is a little lengthy, but I can see that this is the question of ratios. So I can enter this question definitely because ratios from arithmetic is one of the most easiest topics that you will find. Okay, so yes, we should go for it. All right, fine. Now question says that Arivan, there is like no surety about the dates of CMAT. It's already getting late. Okay, fine. So let's look at this one. So I'll attempt this question definitely. So question saying that in June 2020, the ratio of boys and girls in the college was 3:2. So June's ratio is given. In September 2020, there were 80 fewer boys. So number of boys reduced by 80 and 20 fewer girls. So number of girls reduced by 20. And the ratio of boys to girls was 7:5 now in September. So I start from June. Number of boys and girls I will assume as 3x and 2x. Number of boys was reduced by 80. Number of girls was reduced by 20. And now the ratio has become 7/5. All right. So let's get the value of x. So I'll cross multiply. So I can write the entire calculations in front of you, but there is no use in doing that, right? So I'll do that. So 5 into 3, 15, x minus 80 into 5, that is 400, equals 14x minus 140. So the value of x will come out to be 400 minus 140, that is 260. So this is the value of x. Now let's see what do we need to calculate. Now what was the total number of students in the college in June? So total number of students, boys plus girls, it was 5x. So answer will be 5 into 260, that is 1300. So 1300 will be your final answer. Now friends, one more advice that I want to give to all of you is, now, when you are going to mark your answer, finally, among the options, when you are going to mark your answer, it's always better to read the last line of the question. Otherwise, sometimes it happens that I've got the value of x as 260. Okay, so let's say after getting the value of x, we are in a hurry to mark the answer. And let's say one of the options is 260. So we get the value of x as 260 and we check among the options that the value 260 is given, and without looking, without basically analyzing anything, we straight away mark this option as the answer and negative marking. Okay, so after you get the value of x, after you're done with the solution, just read the last line of the question before you mark your answer. It will hardly take 2 or 3 seconds more, but it will ensure that you are not going to mark a wrong answer, a wrong option in your examination. Okay, so this is one problem with a lot of students. Okay, so please save yourself from this thing. Let's move on to the next question, question number 3. Now this question, after reading, I will say that this question is like the length of the question is less, but it will be a little lengthy at the time you will start solving this one. Okay, so initially in the first round, I will decide to leave these type of questions, but definitely today we are going to solve it. So let's solve it. So M is a 4-digit number. So let's say the 4-digit number is ABCD. Now, if the leftmost digit is removed, that means A is removed. So number will be BCD. Then the resulting 3-digit number. So that means BCD, this number is 1/9 of the original number ABCD. So this is what I have got. Now they're asking how many such M's are possible. Okay, so I'll just cross multiply it. So 9 times BCD, so I can write it as 100B plus 10C plus D, and that is equal to 1000A plus 100B plus 10C plus D. Okay, now take this portion on the left hand side. So I'll be left with 8 times 100B plus NC plus D is equal to 1000A. Now 8 will go in the denominator. So that means this 3-digit number, I may write it as BCD, is equal to 125 times A. Alright, 1000 upon 8 is 125. So basically this is a 3-digit number. So this 3-digit number should be equal to 125 times A. Alright, okay. Now this is a 3-digit number. So we'll check for how many different values of A I will get a 3-digit number BCD. So 125 into A, this should be a 3-digit number. So for A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So when A is 1, this 3-digit number will be 125. When A is 2, it is 250 and so on. When A is 7, it will come out to be 875. But as soon as the value of A is 8, then it will become a 4-digit number. So I can say that for 7 values of A, I will obtain this number. So how many such values of M are possible? The answer is 7. Okay. All right. Am I clear? So answer will be 7 in this case. Now this question was like more of a conceptual question. Okay, so in case you are sound with the concepts of numbers, then you can solve this question very easily. All right, let's move on to the next question. Again, an easy question of time and work. Time and work, these questions should not be left. Okay, you must attempt these questions. Right now, L and M together can complete a piece of work in 72 days. So L and M together in 72, M and N together in 120, and L and N together in 90 days. Okay, obviously there is no need to write, but I'm just writing because I want to explain this to all of you. Now this I have written. Now again, the first thing is I will assume the total amount of work. The total units of work should be LCM of these three numbers. Okay, so LCM of these three numbers, I can see 360. So L and M 1 day work will be 360 upon 72. That will be 5. So I can say that 5 will be equal to L plus M. Then M and N's 1 day work, M plus N, will be equal to 360 upon 120. That is 3. And 4 will be the 1 day work of L and N. All right, so I have written the 1 day work of each of them. Now I have to find out in what time L alone can complete the piece of work. Now basically I have to first of all find out 1 day work of L, and then I'll be able to get the answer. So for that, what you can do is, the easiest way of solving this is add all these three equations. So 5 plus 3 plus 4, on the left hand side it is 12, and on the right hand side it will be twice of L plus M plus N. Okay, so the value of L plus M plus N will come out to be 6. All right. Now you can consider this equation and the equation that I have formed. M plus N is 3. So the value of L will be 3. So L's 1 day work is 3. So a total of 360 units of work if L will finish alone. Then he will take 360 upon 3, that is 120 days. So yes, the correct answer for this question is 120. All right. Now moving on to the next question. Again, not very difficult question of mixtures and allegations. Okay. Now this question can be done very easily in less than a minute. Right? So a milkman adds, so water we have is 10 liters and milk we have is 90 liters. Okay, so there is a mixture in which there is 10 liters of water and 90 liters of milk. Now he sold 1/5 of the total quantity. So if this is a mixture and he's selling 1/5 of the total quantity, then 1/5 of the water will be removed and 1/5 of the milk will also be removed. All right, fine. So 2 liters of water and 18 liters of milk will be removed. So remaining water is 8 and remaining milk is how much? It is 72, right? and he adds water. He adds water equal to the quantity he sold. So what is the quantity he sold? He sold 20 liters in total. So he has added 20 liters of water. So the water that we have is 28 and milk we have is 72. So the question is the proportion of water to milk he sell now would be. So whatever he has, so 28 is to 72. So 28 is to 72 will be the correct answer. That is option B. Okay, so Jagdish, I hope you have understood this one. I hope all of you, each and every one of you who is present here, have understood. So we can select this question to be done in the first round. Yes, this is an easy question, a very straightforward question. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Now there were two or three this type of questions in which two statements were given, and we have to find out whether these statements are correct or not. Okay, now I think that this type of question are a little lengthy because you have to check two statements. Fine. So in round one, you may decide to leave this question. Okay, so the first 40 minutes that we are spending on quant section, so I have divided this as 25 plus 15 or 30 plus 10. So in these 25 minutes, you can select the easiest and the smallest of the questions. So for these 25 minutes, you may leave this type of question and again take this question in these 15 minutes. Okay. Now you can see that the question is not very difficult. So yes, it can be taken in those 15 minutes. All right. Now let's read. Yes, yes. So Jagdish, thank you for this. So guys, please do something. Please solve these questions. Please interact with me. Come on. Okay. So statement one, we have to read this. Statement two, and then find out which of these statements is true, which of these statements is false. Okay. Now let's read them one by one. First of all, the set of numbers 567P 678G has an arithmetic mean of 6. And the mode, the most frequently occurring number as 7. So first of all, I'll consider the mean of these 8 numbers as 6. So if mean of these 8 numbers is 6, then I can say that the sum of these 8 numbers should be 6 into 8, that is 48. Okay, now let's write the sum of these numbers. 5 plus 6 is 11 and 7 18 and 6 24 and 15 is 39. So 39 plus P plus G is equal to 48. So I can say that P plus G will be equal to 48 minus 39, and that is equal to 9. All right. So I've got the value of P plus G. Now they are telling us that the mode, the highest occurring number is 7. Now 7 is occurring twice, 6 is also occurring twice. So can I say that among P and G, one of them has to be 7. Then only 7 will become the mode of this data. Otherwise 7 will not be the mode. So if one of them is 7, the other number will be 9 minus 7, that is 2. All right. So other number will be 2. So if one of the numbers is 7, other number is 2, I can say that the product will be 7 into 2, that is 14. So product will be 14, and they are saying that the product is 16. So I can say that statement number 1 is absolutely wrong. Okay. Now let's move on to the statement 2. Now I'll use the bottom part of the screen to solve this. Now P and Q be two positive integers, very important, such that P plus Q plus P into Q is equal to 94. Then P plus Q equals 20. Okay, I'll assume that P plus Q is equal to 20 and I'll substitute it here. So what will be the value of P into Q? So P into Q will come out to be 94 minus 20, that is 74. Now if the product of two numbers is 74 and they both are positive integers, so it can be like this: 1 into 74, 2 into 37, and there is no other way of writing 74 as the product of two numbers. Okay, so the numbers can be, if P plus Q is 20, then these numbers product will be 74 and the numbers will be 174 or 2 and 37. In none of these cases, P plus Q is coming out to be 20. So I can say that yes, this statement will always be wrong. Okay, so I can say that both statement 1 and statement 2 are false, which is the correct answer for this question. Okay, Jagdish, you are asking P plus G 9 from where we got. So Jagdish, I'll quickly take this part. So in the first sentence, it was given that the arithmetic mean of these numbers is 6. So these are 8 terms. So I can say that their sum will be 48. Okay. Now add all these numbers. Their sum should be 48. From there, you will get the value of P plus Q as 9. All right. Deepak, I cannot tell you that why the date is not coming. Okay, so I'm not among the people who decide the date for CMAT, but I'm also surprised. I'm also waiting for the date of CMAT to come. Okay, so we both are sailing in the same boat, my dear friend. Now let's move on to the next question. Now this question is the easiest question of geometry. So there was only one question. There is only one question of geometry last year, and that too can be finished in less than 5 seconds. Now ABC is a triangle. So this is a triangle, a random triangle, and DEF are the midpoints of the sides respectively. Okay. Then the ratio of the area of triangle DEF, so this small triangle that is made, so what will be the ratio of this triangle with respect to the biggest triangle, triangle ABC? Now, there is a property in geometry which says that if a triangle is formed by joining the midpoints of the three sides of a triangle, then this resulting triangle will have an area which is 1/4 the area of the bigger triangle, the original triangle. All right. So yes, just the property answer will be 1:4. So we can use this property directly. So Kishore, your answer is absolutely correct. Anirvan, your answer is also correct. Deepak, it's absolutely fine. Siddhant, wonderful. 1:4 is the correct answer. All right. So friends, we'll take a break of 10 seconds, not more than that. Now quickly go back and like this session if you're liking all the explanation that I'm taking. We are still left with a lot of questions to do. So yes, please don't leave this session in between. Do like this session, comment, share, and subscribe our channel to basically get the proper updates of all the upcoming sessions as well. All right. Okay. Now let's quickly move on to the next question. Okay. Now, question is from time speed distance. Again, a very, very easy application of trains. All right. Questions on trains. So a 100-meter long train. So length of the train is 100 meter. Crosses a 200-meter long bridge and 200-meter wide bridge. So length and width of the bridge both are given. Now basically in these questions we don't require the width of the bridge. All right. So 100-meter long train crosses a 200-meter long bridge in 20 seconds. So this information is useless. Okay, you can ignore that. So we have to find out the speed in kilometer per hour. So first of all, the total distance traveled by the train will be the length of the train plus the length of the bridge. So total distance will be 100 plus 200 meters divided by the time taken. All right, so that will be 300 upon 20, and which is 15 meters per second. Careful. Luckily, 15 is not among the options. Otherwise, most of you would have marked this as the answer. Okay. Now 15 meters per second. Now you have to convert it in kilometer per hour. So 15 meters per second. So conversion is simple. From kilometer per hour to meter per second, if you want to convert, then you will multiply it by a factor of 5 by 18. Now in the reverse direction, so in this direction, you will do multiply by 5 by 18, and in the reverse direction will multiply by 18 upon 5. Okay, so I'll multiply it by 18 upon 5, and the answer that we'll get is 54 kilometer per hour. So yes, the correct answer is option C, and yes, Kishore, you have given a correct answer. Wonderful. Now moving on to the next question. Again, a simple question of time, speed, distance from races, from the application of races. Okay. Now there are different ways of doing this question. I'll quickly discuss two ways of doing this question. Okay. Now one will be a little on lengthy side, but the second way, if you can understand and implement, you can finish this question in less than 20 seconds. Believe me, I'm not bluffing. Okay. Now, first method is the method of ratios. Okay. Now, A beats B by 10 meters. So I can say that in a race of 100 meters, A will travel 100 and B will travel 10 meters less than this. So B will travel 90. So the ratio of the speeds of A and B is 10 is to 9. Okay. Now, second is B beats C by 5 meters. So when B covers 100 meters, C covers 95 meters. So the ratio of B and C will be equal to 20 is to 19. All right. Now we'll find the compounded ratio of A is to B is to C. So what I'll do is I'll multiply the first ratio by 20. So first ratio by 20 and second ratio by 9. Okay, so I'll get first ratio as, so A is to B will become 200 is to 180 and B is to C will become 180 is to 19 into 9 is 171. All right. So A is to B is to C will come out to be 200 is to 180 is to 171. All right. So the ratio of A and C now can be written as 200 is to 171, or if I'll, let's say, divide both these values by 2, so it will come out to be 100 is to, carefully, okay, 100 is to 85.5. So I can say that if A will cover 100, then C will cover 85.5. That means 14.5 less than A. So A will beat C by a distance of 14.5 meters. All right. Am I clear to each and every one of you? So just look at the logic that I have used. Okay. It's not 15 meters, definitely. It's the concept, is the logic of time, speed, distance, and the correct answer is 14.5. Okay. Now I'll give you a shorter way of doing this question. Okay. Now, first of all, the base of this logic will be the concept of successive percentage change. All right, successive percentage change. Now, whenever there is a successive percentage change, the formula for net percentage change is A plus B plus AB upon 100. All right. Now, this is the logic that I'm going to use here. Now, A beats B by 10 meters in a race of 100 meters. So I can say that the speed of B is 10% less than that of A. Okay, speed of B is 10% less than that of A, because B is covering 10 meters less than A in a race of 100 meters. So 10 meters and 100 meters इनको compare करना है, तो 10 meters is 10% of 100 meters. Similarly, if I'll compare B and C, so speed of B is 5% less than, sorry, speed of C is 5% less than B. Okay, clear? Now, no problem, guys. Answer गलत आ रहा है तो कोई problem नहीं है. We are all here for learning. Okay, this is not a test. Fine. So even if you all are giving a wrong answer, and after giving a wrong answer, you are able to understand, you are able to learn something from this session, then I'll be the happiest person. Okay. All right. So A and B. So speed of B is 10% less than A. Speed of C is 5% less than B. Okay. Now I'll apply the formula of successive percentage change. A plus B plus AB upon 100, where the value of A will be minus 10 because it's 10% less. Okay. And value of B will be minus 5. Listen carefully. Okay. So minus 10 minus 5. Now minus 10 into minus 5 will be plus 50. Plus 50 upon 100 will be plus 0.5. And this answer will come out to be minus 14.5. So now you can say that the speed of C will be 14.5% less than that of A. Alright, so C will cover 14.5% less distance as compared to A. So if A is covering 100, C will cover 14.5% less than that of A, and directly you can mark the answer as 14.5 meters. Okay, so this is the formula, the application using which you can save your time. Now guys, these type of strategies, these type of shortcuts are required in this examination. Okay, fine, because this is the examination of speed. The people who will get more than 300 will get a better percentile and hence will get a better college, right? So the examination of speed important, so that is why shortcuts are very important. Now moving on to the next question, the question of algebra. I can keep this question like in a medium level of difficulty, though if you just understand the basics of algebra, this question is not a very difficult one, okay, but a little lengthy. Okay, now first of all they are saying that this is the factor of this. So I'll factorize the first expression. So x square minus 3x plus 2. Okay, so if I'll factorize this, it will become x minus 2 into x minus 1. So I can say that x equal to 2 and x equal to 1 will be the factors. All right. So x equal to 2 and x equal to 1, when substituted in this expression, will satisfy this expression and make it 0. Okay, so x equal to 2 will make this expression 0, as well as x equal to 1 will also make the expression 0. So now consider, let's say x raised to the power 4 minus px square plus q. So at x equal to 2, I'm substituting. So 2 raised to the power 4 is 16 minus 4p plus q. This will make it equal to 0. So you can say 4p minus q is equal to 16. This is the first equation. Okay. Deepak, yes, you can do it with the options, but options से थोड़ा ज़्यादा time लग जाएगा because you will consider different values of p and q. Okay, and फिर उसको factorize करना पड़ेगा. So it is better to go with the method that I am explaining. Okay, ये थोड़ा सा short भी रहेगा. Now putting x equal to 1 in the above expression, so x raised to the power 4, that is 1 minus p plus q equal to 0. So here p minus q will be equal to 1. This is the second equation. Now solving these two equations, this one and this one, so I can do the subtraction here. So 4p minus p, that is 3p equals 15. So the value of p will come out to be 5. And if p is 5, the value of q will be 4. So you can say that p and q are 5, 4, and answer is option B. So yes, Kishore, you are absolutely correct. Correct answer is option B. Okay. So again, this type of question, I will not take in first round, but definitely come back and take it in second round. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. Again, an easy question of arithmetic, application of percentages, profit and loss. Now Mohan bought a trouser at a discount of 10%. So let's say originally the price was P. Now Mohan bought it at a discount of 10%. That means Mohan has paid 9 by 10 of P. And then sold it to Sohan at another 10% less. So Sohan has bought it for 9 by 10 into 9 by 10 of P. So reduction of 10%, that means the value will be 9 by 10 of the original value. And this is the money 729 paid by Sohan. Okay, so we will find the value of P. So the value of P will be 729 into 10 into 10 upon 9 and upon 9. Now 9 and 729, 81 ho jayega. Then again it is 9. So the value of P will come out to be 900. All right. And what do we have to find out? Then what was the undiscounted price? So that means we have to find out the value of P. So yes, answer is 900. All right. Now people, friends, understand the way I am solving these questions. Okay. So this is one very important thing. The method that I'm using. Okay. The logics that I'm using, the shortcuts that I'm using, you all must learn all these things in the days to come. Then only you'll be able to save plenty of time while solving these questions. Okay. All right. Yes, Kishore, you could have written it as 0.81p is equal to 729. Yes. Tanya, you are asking, sir, how can I score good in CMAT starting now? You know the basics. So, Tanya, not just knowing the basics will help you, it's just the application of basics and the practice of questions that you are going to do in the next few days that will take your score higher. Okay? So, you already know the basics. Now, start practicing. So, pick up one topic at a time. And like we have seen in this session, majority of the questions are from arithmetic, so you can put more focus on arithmetic section, okay, arithmetic area, and you'll be able to perform well. So pick up one topic at a time, start with percentages, practice 50-60 questions of percentages, all the concepts, all the shortcuts of percentages, and then move on to the next topic. So every day finish one topic of quant, then you'll be able to achieve a good score. All right, Jagdish, I'll give you some time to solve these questions. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next question. So, Jagdish, I'll be solving this question very slowly. Okay, meanwhile, you can also find the answer. So, two sisters, Neha and Monica, walk to a school from the house. Now, Neha takes 40 minutes while Monica takes 30 minutes. So, let's say this is the walk that they are doing from house to the school. Now, Neha takes 40 minutes. So, Neha, 40 minutes, and Monica takes 30 minutes. All right. Now, one day Neha started 5 minutes earlier than Monica. So, in how many minutes would Monica overtake Neha? Now, what I do in such type of questions is I start by assuming the total distance. So I'm assuming total distance as 120 meters, kilometers, doesn't make any difference. Okay. So 120 is the total distance. Why 120? Because the speeds of Neha and Monica are 40 and 30, right? And 120 is the LCM of these two. 120 is divisible by 40 as well as 30. So speed of Neha kitni ho jayegi? 120 upon 40, that is 3. And speed of Monica will be 120 upon 30, that is 4. All right. Now, one day what happened? Neha started 5 minutes earlier. So Neha started 5 minutes earlier. So Neha in these 5 minutes will cover a distance of 5 into 3. That is 15. So Neha will cover a distance of 15 and will reach here when Monica will start. All right. In how many minutes would Monica overtake Neha? Now the distance between Monica and Neha is 15. Okay. And this distance will be reduced at a relative speed of 4 minus 3. The difference of the speeds of Monica and Neha is 4 minus 3, that is 1. All right. So distance of 15 to be covered at a speed of 1. So answer will be 15 minutes. So this was a very easy application of relative speeds. So yes, our answer will be 15 minutes. So in how many minutes would Monica overtake Neha? So Monica will be able to overtake Neha in 15 minutes. Okay. Fine. Now let's move on to the next question. So like I mentioned that this was the type of question. So earlier today only I mentioned that this was the type of question that came, like 2 or 3 questions of this type came. So you can, like in round 1 you can leave this question because this is a lengthy question, and in round 2 you can come back to this because this is an easy question. Okay. Now in this case this is a question on the concept of permutation and combination. Now statement number 1, a committee of 4 can be made out of 5 men and 3 women containing at least 1 woman. Okay, so we have to make a committee of 4 people out of 5 men and 3 women, but the restriction is at least 1 woman should be selected. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll find out the total number of ways and will subtract the ways in which no woman is selected. All right, fine. So total number of ways, and I'll subtract the ways in which I have not selected any woman. So I'll be getting the number of ways in which at least 1 woman is selected. Okay, so to start with, total number of ways. Now total 8 people are there, 5 men and 3 women. Out of this, if I want to select 4, so it will be done in 8C4 ways. All right, minus the number of ways in which no woman is selected. So I don't want to select women, so I'll be selecting from men only. So I'm available with 5 men, out of which I have to select 4. So minus 5C4. Okay, now 8C4 minus 5C4, you can solve this. So let's solve 8C4. So 8C4 will be 8765 upon 432. So it is 70 minus 5C4 is 5. So 70 minus 5 is 65. So yes, they have mentioned that the number of ways will be 65. So statement 1 is absolutely correct. Okay, now let's move on to the statement 2. It's saying that the number of words which can be formed using the letters of word arrange. So A, R, R. Okay, so they want to separate vowels. So A, R, R, A, N, G, E. So we have 3 vowels and 4 consonants. So that vowels occupy even places. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 7-letter word. Even places are these 3 places. So vowels first of all should come at these 3 places. So A and E, इनको arrange करने के कितने ways होते हैं? Kishore, it was 8C4 minus 5C4. Okay, Kishore, so it was 8C4 minus 5C4 in the first statement. And here, at these 3 places which I have marked, vowels should come, but A is repeated. So at 3 places, 3 vowels ko place karna hai, it will be 3 factorial. But since A is repeated, I'll divide it by 2 factorial. Multiplied by the next part for consonants. So there are 4 consonants to be placed at these 4 positions. Okay, so 4 consonants in 4 positions can be done in 4 factorial ways. But since R is repeated, I'll divide it by 2 factorial. So answer will be 3 into 2 into 4 into 3 into 2 upon 2 into 2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So 4 into 3, 12. 12 into 3 is 36. And yes, 36 is mentioned in the statement. So this statement is also correct. All right. So I can now say that both statement 1 and statement 2 are true. Now you will understand that this question was not difficult. This question was lengthy. Okay. So definitely should not be taken in the first round. इस क्वेश्चन को छोड़ देना चाहिए फर्स्ट राउंड में, and you may come back to this question in the second round. Definitely we have plenty of time in this exam. Okay, all right. So friends, again taking a small break of 10 seconds, quickly go back. If you're liking this session, please hit a like button. Come on, do that very quickly, just for my motivation as well. Please hit the like button if you're liking this session, and then we'll continue with some more questions and will then stop for the day. I hope you all are enjoying. I hope you all are enjoying, and you hope you are learning something from this session. Okay. All right. चलो आगे चलते हैं. Next question on your screen now. Now a very easy question of number system. Okay. The dimension of the floor are 18 cross 24. So I can say that this is the floor. This is 24 and 18. What is the smallest number of identical square tiles that can pave the entire floor without the need to break any tile? Now we have to minimize the number of tiles. To minimize the number of tiles, I should maximize the size of the tile. Okay, so first of all, size has to be maximized because we have to minimize the number of tiles. Okay, Parth, what was your query? Sir, CMAT will happen this year or not? Sure. Okay, now Parth, CMAT will definitely happen this year. Okay, it's just that there is a delay in announcing the dates, but CMAT will definitely happen. Don't worry about that. So we'll maximize the size of the tile. Okay, now maximum size of the tile that can be fitted along the length as well as breadth can be calculated by the HCF of 24 and 18. Now HCF of 24 and 18 is 6. All right. So the dimension of the tile will be 6 cross 6. Now this is the dimension of the tile. All right, not the number of tiles. So to find out the number of tiles, you can do the division, the total area of the floor divided by the area of one of the tiles. All right, so you will get your answer as 4 into 3 as 12. So answer will be option D in this case. Okay, fine. Now next question, three statements are given. Three very simple, easy statements are given. You just need to find out which of these statements is correct. Come on, people. So quickly give me an answer for this. So you can start solving. I'll be a little slow while solving this. Now the solution set for the equation 6x square minus 5x, I'll take 4 on the left hand side, minus 4 equal to 0. So I'll do factorization by splitting the middle term. So 6 into 4 is 24. So I can make 24 as what? Yes, anyone? 8 and 3. So 8 into 3 is 24. So 6x square minus 8x plus 3x minus 4 equal to 0. Taking 2x common. So 3x minus 4 and यहाँ से भी plus 1 बच जाएगा. So 2x plus 1, I'll remove this part, equal to 0. So the value of x is 4 upon 3 and minus 1 upon 2. So this is what they have mentioned. This is the solution set. So I can say that statement A is correct. Okay, so statement A is correct. Wonderful. Now let's move on to the next part, next statement, statement B. The nature of the roots of the equation is equal, real and rational. This happens when discriminant is equal to 0. So this is the condition when discriminant is equal to 0. Just calculate the discriminant. That means b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac, b square is 6 square minus 4 into 9 into 1. And yes, this is coming out to be 0. So statement B is also correct. Okay, fine. Am I clear? Kishore, I am not understanding. You're writing x square is equal to 432 upon 12. Please elaborate. Okay, now I'm checking the third statement. So I'll erase and make some space for the third statement. So first two are absolutely correct. So answer can be option 1 or option 2. So now everything depends on third statement. One root of this equation is 3 times the other. Then k is equal to this much. Okay, so one root, let's say alpha, the other root is 3 alpha. So sum of the roots, which is minus b upon a. From the above statement, it will be 3 upon 4. So sum of the roots is alpha plus 3 alpha, that is 4 alpha. So that means the value of alpha will be 3 upon 16. So one of the roots is 3 upon 16. The other root is 3 times this value, that is 9 upon 16. Okay. So now I'll use product of the roots. So product of the roots will be c upon a, that is k upon 4. And if I'll multiply these two roots, I'll get 27 upon 256. So the value of k here will be 27 upon 64. And the question says that the value of k is 27 upon 256. So it is not correct. So statement C is incorrect and the correct answer will be A and B only. That is option 2. Okay, fine. Now let's look at the next question, a very easy question. Now if I talk about the previous question, you should leave this question in the first round as well as in the first 40 minutes, and in the third round you can come to this question because this question is very lengthy. You will have to solve 3 different statements. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. A very easy question of proportions. Given that A upon B is equal to C upon D, you can take it as X. So the value of A will be Bx and the value of C will be Dx. Substitute it here. So A square, that means B square X square plus B square upon D square X square plus D square. So B square and D square take common. So you'll be left with B square upon D square because X square plus 1 will cancel. All right, fine. Okay, now let's check all of them. So first option, obviously incorrect. Second option, if we'll put the value of B and C, so you will get B upon D as the answer, as the simplification, but I need B square D square. So it will be incorrect. Third will also be incorrect and the answer will be fourth option. After substitution, you can check it. Okay, so yes, the correct answer will be option number 4. Next question. The difference between compound interest and simple interest for the amount of rupees 5,000 in 2 years is 32. Okay. Now we have a principal of 5,000. Okay. Time period is 2 years. Now, if I'll consider R as the rate of interest, so simple interest and compound interest. So first year simple interest, second year simple interest. Okay. Now, if I'll assume the interest of first year is X, so simple interest of second year will also be X and compound interest of first year will also be X. Now, the compound interest for second year will be X plus R% of X. Okay. Now, the difference between the compound interest and simple interest is given as 32. Now difference में ये वाली चीज same है, this is also same. The only point of difference is R% of X. So you can say that R% of X is equal to 32. Okay. Now what is X? X is the simple interest for first year calculated on 5,000 rupees at R%. So I can make one more equation that R% of 5,000 is equal to X. All right. Now you can multiply these two equations because you want to find the value of R and you want to eliminate X. So if you'll multiply these two equations, so you will get R upon 100 square multiplied by 5,000 equals 32. X will get cancelled. Okay. And you will get the value of R. So the value of R square will be, so let's write this value. 10,000 upon 5,000 into 32. So the value of R will come out to be under root of 64 and that is 8. Okay, so yes, 8 will be the value of R. Ashish, you are absolutely correct. Good. Yanesh, sir, previous year question के type में ही question आते हैं या okay. Now, Yanesh, we can say that more or less the pattern remains like on the similar lines, but obviously don't expect the level of difficulty to be similar. Okay, so level of difficulty may change a little bit as well. All right. Okay. Now next question, a very easy question. See, this is the type of question that you get in CMAT. Can be done in less than कितना 30 seconds. So you have to arrange these numbers in ascending order. So the value of the first number is minus 0.8. 5 by 12 will be approximately minus 0.4 something. 7 upon 18 minus 0.3 something, and third one minus 0.6 something. So we have to arrange them in ascending order. That means smallest. So smallest is A, then B, then B, and then C. So A, D, B, C. Answer will be option 3. I've just written the approximate values. I've not even written the exact values of these fractions, and I've got the answer. Okay, fine. Now moving on to the next question. Again, wahi wala question, दो statements given hai, and you'll have to determine which of these statements is correct. All right. Now, if you will come back to this question in the second or third round, then I would say that this question must be attempted. Okay. So first of all, sequence 30, 90, 182, 306, 462 and P, and they are saying that P should be 650. Now 30 and 90, the difference is 60. All right. Then the difference is 92. Then the difference is 124. And this difference is 156. All right. Now here, every time the difference is increasing by 32. 32 से increase हो रहा है difference. Okay. So I can say that the next difference should be 188. All right. So 462 plus 188. This value will be 650. So yes, statement 1 is absolutely correct. See how easy, how simple it was. Okay. Now next is, they are saying that there are 8 digits in 9 raised to the power 8. My God. You will think that this one is difficult. No, this is not difficult. I'll tell you how to basically find this thing in a few seconds. Now 9 raised to the power 8. All right. So I can write 9 square, 9 square, 9 square, 9 square. Easily calculate हो सकता है. 81. So 9 square is 81. Again 81. So 81 square. This part will be 81 square. Now 81 square वैल्यू याद होनी चाहिए, अदरवाइज इजीली कैलकुलेट किया जा सकता है, टाइम नहीं लगेगा. 6561 and 6561. Okay. Now I will not ask you to calculate the value of 6561 into 6561. No, don't worry. I'll not ask you to calculate the value. अगर वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है इस पॉइंट पे आके तो यार टाइम बहुत ज्यादा लग जाएगा. Will spend a lot of time. No. So 6561 into 6561, I just need to know the number of digits. Okay. Now, instead of this, if I'll consider 6000 square, so I can say that this will be 36 followed by 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And 7000 square. I can easily write these values. So 7000 square will be 49 followed by 6 zeros. Now both of them are 8-digit numbers. So I can say that any value which is between these two will also be an 8-digit number. So yes, definitely this will be an 8-digit number. Okay, so statement 2 is also correct and answer will be option A. Okay. No, Ashish, no need to use logarithms. This is done. Okay, so I have done the estimation of that. I have not used logarithms because for logarithms, you will convert it in 3 raised to the power 16. Then you will have to know the value of log of 3 or maybe log of 9. All right. So without logarithms, you can do this question. Okay. All right. Now let's have a look at the 2 only questions of data interpretation that came in this paper. Okay, only 2 questions of DI. They both were independent questions. So question is, in the year 2020, the production of sugar in million tons by 6 major production units, A to F, A, B, C, D, E, F of India are shown in the table. Okay, so year 2020, they have given the data for the month of April, May, June, July, August for A, B, C, D, E, F. Done. Fine. Now, what was the approximate percentage increase in sugar production of B? So they are talking about B in June as compared to April. So they are asking about the percentage reduction, percentage decrease. Now original value is 180 and the final value is, okay. Now wait. I'll go back to the previous question. So there is also like again some confusion. Now first of all, yes Ashish, 0.4771 hota hai value log 3 ka, but not everybody will remember this value. Okay, so another burden. Now in decimal form means in normal form, in decimal number system. So it's like nothing. So basically the calculation that we do is the decimal number system. So this is what they are inclined to say, in decimal form, or that means in decimal number system. Okay. All right. I'll come back to this question. So original value is 180 and the final value is 160. So there is a percentage decrease of 20 upon 180, or 2 upon 18, or this is 1 upon 9. Now 1 upon 9 as a percentage is 11.11 percentage. This you should remember. So answer will be option B. So such an easy question of data interpretation, a straightforward question. No need to look at the other values. Simple, straightforward question can be dealt in less than 30 seconds, right? Now looking at the next question of data interpretation, pie chart is given. So following pie chart indicates the monthly domestic budget of the family. So A, B, C, D, E, F, the percentage F is not given. I'll calculate this if required. A is food, B is conveyance, clothing, house rent, miscellaneous, and F is savings. So this is saving. Okay, F is saving. All right. Okay. Now, if the monthly saving is 4,500, so yes, I will require the percentage breakup for F. So 20 and 15, 35, 35 and 30, 65, and 20, 75. So F will be 15%. So if 15% savings represents 4,500, so 15% represents 4,500, then the monthly income, that means 100% will represent how much? Okay. Now no need to do anything else. Okay. So you can say that 15% represents 45,000. So I have multiplied it by 300. So again, 100 multiplied by 300, answer will be 30,000. So yes, option B is the correct answer. Thank you, Ashish, for being so responsive here. Okay, you have been responding to each and everything. Thank you very much. So friends, such an easy question. 15% of something is 4,500. So you'll have to find out the 100% of that thing. So answer is 30,000. Option B is the correct answer. Again, a question of just a matter of few seconds. Okay. So in this session, I have basically shown you the actual level of difficulty that was there in CMAT 2021. Okay. So also we have seen the way of attempting the entire section, leaving some difficult or lengthy questions in round 1 for round 2. And if you have time left for round 3 as well, then you can again come back to the questions which you have left. So it's always important to select the questions which can be completed, which can be done in a minute or less. Don't look at those questions which are lengthy but easy. I'm saying that in round 1 also you may leave the questions which were easy but lengthy. We have seen some questions in which 2 statements or 3 statements were given, and you have to find the validity. You have to check the validity of those statements. So the statements were straightforward, the statements were easy, but dealing with 3 statements in a single question just for one correct answer does not make any sense at the beginning of the attempt of this section. Okay, fine. So please try to apply all these strategies when you are practicing with the mock papers, and try to implement those strategies in the actual exam. She's asking how much marks are good for JBMS. Now, Ashish, I can say that basically it should be around 325, 330 to be a safer score for this thing for JPIMS. And Jagdish, you're asking why we took 100%. So Jagdish, total percentage is 100. So this is the breakup of the budget of the family, the income of the family. So out of total income, there are some expenses as well as saving. So that is why we have calculated 100% because the monthly income was asked. Yanesh, you're asking, sir, slot 2 is difficult as compared to slot 1. No, that is absolutely bullshit. Fine, please don't listen to those rumors. Okay, it does not make any sense. Even if the level of difficulty was slightly higher in slot 2, then the normalization process will come into play and things will be normalized. So you don't have to worry about the level of difficulty, you just perform accordingly. All right. Fine. So don't worry about slot 1 or slot 2. Please, all these rumors will just basically deviate you from your path. So don't look at those things. Fine. So friends, that's all from my side. I hope you have learned a lot of things from this session and will keep attending the sessions at BYJU'S Exam Prep YouTube channel. Now, please do like it, comment, share, and subscribe the channel so that you can attend all the sessions which are there for you in the future. Now, some of the very important information for all of you. Now, you can like today at 3 p.m. you can have a live interaction with one of the mentors. Saral sir will be there for all of you. Now, this can be done by joining the Telegram group. So please do join the Telegram group, and through Telegram channel, you can have a live interaction, a live video conferencing with Saral sir, where he'll be answering to all your queries that you have. All right. So today at 3 p.m., don't miss this particular thing. Also, Saral sir has started a free DILR score booster series. Okay, so where he'll be telling you the different tricks and techniques to handle DILR section for CAT 2022. These sessions will be telecasted live on YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep every Wednesday at 9 p.m. So please don't miss these sessions. Also, Nikita ma'am has come up with like VARC score booster series, and this series will happen every Friday live at 9 p.m. So please be a part of this series to basically increase your verbal score. In this session, she'll be telling you different tricks that can be used in order to improvise in this section. All right. Now, people who want to enroll for any of the GDPI program who have taken the examinations this year, so they may look at this program, a wonderful program that we have started, and you can fetch all the details about this program by calling at this number that is given at the bottom of your screen. Next is you can join CAT 2022 program, complete course, batch number 5, and all the details are mentioned on the screen. Wonderful mentors will be teaching you in this batch. And again, you can call at this number, which is given in the bottom of the screen, in order to get the complete details about this program. So, friends, that's all from my side. Please follow us on Telegram, join us on YouTube, like us on Facebook. You can join us on Telegram channel for the live interaction with the mentors. That's all from my side. All the best. Have a nice day.